So I did notice one thing. Let's run the code before our first story. Let's actually go to Madlibs and run that one. If I press enter to continue and then I press 1, it says press continue, and that's fine. But if I press Q, we get a make a valid choice error. And the reason it is that instead of using just if statements, I wish to really use else if statements. And that's going to give me multiple toggles. So we go to story 1, or getter rather, it'll be if, elif, else. So this one or this one. And if none of these goes, it does the else. Otherwise, if this one doesn't trigger, we're going to get the else statement. So we should probably fix that early on. Now let's write our first story. The way I tend to write these is I tend to start off with, in my main code, we're going to change this from print story 1 to print story 1. And in here, we're going to def story 1 debug equals false. And man, spelling is getting me every time today. I'm going to go steal code for myself because I don't want to have to worry about typing it right. Copy, paste, print story 1 function. So the way I tend to write this is we're going to say out is equal to empty string. And then we're going to do out plus equal some stuff. And eventually return out. So whatever we end up in here, it's going to be the out at the end. So first thing we're going to start is we're going to start with our actual story. And the way I tend to do this is just sort of ramble. So I'm going to start with one day, me and my friend. And that's a good place to ask for a name, right? So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to do plus name, or press friend name 1. So in case I have 2 friends, I can have just friend name 1. And that's going to be the end of that line. And now before I do anything else, I need to actually get that. So we're going to do friend name 1 equals get word and we're going to pass get word 2 things. Instead of just one item, we're going to pass the prompt, just like get input does. So we're going to say enter a name, colon, quote, and then debug. So the reason this takes 2 arguments is this is going to be whatever we print. So get word's a general tool to get any word. So we're going to go to getters, and we're going to steal the entirety of get menu option and start modifying it. So I'm going to change to get word, and debug is false, but we're going to take prompt, comma, debug, and we're going to make this word is equal to, instead of putting a general here, we're going to take whatever the function called with the prompt and print that out. So prompt, we're going to take, and we're not going to lowercase it because we don't want to necessarily do that. And we don't know the answer, so I have to get rid of a lot of this. So instead of assuming we have bad input, we're going to say good input is equal to true. And then we're going to try to falsify the input. And really the only thing that could really break this is that they do say a bad word. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if is square of, put a space there, word good input is equal to false. And we're also going to say print don't use language like that. And we're going to return word. But I now have to write myself a new function, which we'll see in one moment. We'll see in the next video.